Yo, what's up, Gunners? So I'm here today with another Moze build. This one I call the Moze Lord. It's based entirely on Warlords, and there's a couple concepts in play here. I'm going to try to do the build explanation pretty fast. There's not a whole lot going on besides a few different synergies. I want to have time to do some gameplay though, and I want to keep this in one clip so that I have a 10-minute limit. So to start, we're using Warlords with consecutive hits. And for the slaughter shaft, I'm just going to use this one, but when I do the true takedowns, I use this and this. And then when we're going against somewhere like slaughters that have a lot of fleshy enemies, we would use that one. I farmed these two on my own, and then my friend Semantic sent me these two, so I have the whole set, which is awesome. And now we're using the consecutive hits combined with the green monster, and those synergize well together because they both rely on basically sustained fire and sustained damage. For the green monster, you have to hold your trigger down the whole time in order to not lose your bonus. And for the consecutive hits, you just have to be dealing any kind of damage. So part of that comes into play with the cloning man and in tracker. We just make sure we have enough nades out there so that no matter what we're doing, we're keeping our consecutive hits bonus up. This tracker is going to apply dots from both the green monster and from fire in the Skagden, so we're going to have fire and corrosive dots ticking on everything, and that's going to really help us with our consecutive hits bonus and make it really effective. And then we're going to equip a big boom blaster just so that we can have that much more nade spam easily, plus survivability, being able to pick up the shield boosters is really nice. Um, the rolls, obviously, you would want assault rifle damage. Mag size is useful. You don't necessarily need it. These already come with a fairly large mag. My green monster has 2 in Iron Bank, which is nice. And just click is useless for me in the way I'm running the build. It'd be better if it was there in scorching RPMs. I do have another pretty good one with all doll. This one's more reliant on critical hits, and I use this in a different setup, which I'll explain in a minute. So for this setup, we use this one that doesn't go too much into scorching RPMs and gives us our handling, which is really good for the warlords. That way we could just hold down the trigger and not have to deal with the recoil as much. And then a last stand victory rush. This one's perfect rolls, really. Everything is perfect about it. So that's really great. So to start, I'll go over this. We're running short fuse, which again synergizes with the consecutive hits. It's just more damage we're dealing, more keeping up and stacking the bonus. Fire on the skag den again. That's for our dots from the nades. Basically, that way we can keep our consecutive hits going. That's pretty standard. That's just to boost the short fuse damage. Auto bear, not totally necessary. It's always nice to have though. That's standard as well. You want that for your crits so you have your ammo regen. I forgot to say one thing so that we don't run out of ammo. This is a 30 chance not to consume ammo. And then we're using Cloud of Lead and Redistribution, and the combination of them means you can just hold down your trigger forever, and especially with a little bit of means of destruction giving us ammo back as well. 5 out of 5 Vampire, just for extra survivability. You don't have to spend 5 points here, but I like to do that for this build in particular. To the last, just in case we go down, we'll be able to get up pretty easily. So moving on, we go all the way down to Desperate Measures for some damage. We're going to be trying to get a lot of critical hits, so this is going to help us out. It's going to be useful to have. This is for our survivability. The reason I go into this tree, a lot of it is just for the survivability it offers. We got the damage reduction. We have a little bit extra shield. We got some more shield here. And then we got full cannon whoop ass, which when we get in a tight spot, we can get in and out of Iron Bear and get our shields going again. And I already went over this. So what I wanted to show was there's another way to run it where you could go down, and when I use that other column, sometimes I run this and I go all the way down to get 5 or like put 5 points in the scorching RPM, so that gives me 9 out of 5 with that other setup. And when I run that, I do have to invest more in mag size, either with match set or Iron Bank. But then we can get Russian offensive, which is really useful in this build, and then we would take exploding bullets instead of sabot rounds. This is just, to get more dots going. And also proc means of destruction. Auto bear is always useful for that, so I recommend either being able to build into that or that if you decide to go the bottomless mags route. The damage trade-off, this setup, when you go into bottomless mags to get scorching RPMs, you're more reliant on critical hits, and that's why I switched to that other class mod that has the dull critical when I run it. And this one, you're going to do more damage overall, especially if you're not getting critical hits every time. You're going to do more general body damage and stuff. And also this setup provides the far superior survivability. Both work, and I've ran both ways. So we got about 5 minutes left of the recording. Hopefully we get a round 1 done. If the video cuts off, that's going to be too bad, but I'm already editing. I did a true takedown run with this, and I'm already having to splice it together like a 40-minute video with that, so I want to try to keep this one down to one clip, and that's also part of why I'm going to be lagging a little bit, you may notice. So just to start off, we just start throwing a couple nades. Oh nice, we got 5 badasses. This is going to be a good display. We're going to have to throw quite a bit of nades since we got 5 badasses right off the bat. They're pushing me around, making it hard for me to hit the spots, but as you can see, our damage is already ramping up. God damn, these guys are fucking knocking me everywhere. We're starting to really melt things. I'm getting really low on nades already though, because I've been spamming them so hard at the beginning. We will build that back up fairly easily though. Now that the pressure's off of me, I can slow down on the nade throws. I'm just throwing them now just to keep the dots up. Oh, we got a militant up there. It'd be nice if you would come down here. As you can see from the nades, we've not lost our bonus at all because there was always a dot ticking on something. Big boom blasts are very, very useful, keeping our nades and getting them back. That makes the build work a lot better. I did run it with the recharger and it worked fine in the slaughter shaft. I don't know if I would have been able to do as well in the true takedown with the recharger and not getting the nades from the big boom blaster, because you take a lot of damage in there and it was kind of had to spam a lot. But as you can see in here, when I'm not facing 5 badasses, not tanking 5 badasses, I don't really have to spam them that much. I just want to make sure I'm keeping grenades on something in order to keep our dots sticking. That's really the main focus of the nade throws right now, until we're facing a bunch of damage that we're tanking, and then we're throwing them for survivability. But right now it's not really that heavy of a pressure, so see, when we get crits, we like tear through these things, and no matter what health bar they have. A little bit weaker on shields than pretty much. Oh shit, I was not watching my health there. I should have jumped in Iron Bear to get my shields back right there. Not doing a very good job of picking up my boosters right now. Oh, there's a heavy militant somewhere. Oh, and a sniper too. That explains why I took so much damage. We got a turret, we got militant throwing fireballs everywhere, which I don't know where he is. There he is. These guys do insane amount of damage, and then of course the snipers hit real hard too. I think I lost all my bonuses at that moment. I was looking for this last guy. So again, we get the nades going so we can get our bonus started. Actually, I'm gonna get Iron Bear out right now too for the same purpose, just to help him keep it going while I'm building it up. Try my best to hit some crits. So yeah, we don't have anything that's especially strong against shields, so it does slow down a little bit when you hit a heavy shield. Where the enemy's at right here. Okay. But as far as splash and armor go, as long as we have our green monster built up, we just burn right through it. Anointed, we're a little weak against anointed, unless I have my fire one out, and then it's a little stronger. I'm gonna actually switch to that right now to deal with this guy. following this, switching weapons starts over our bonus, so we gotta get it built back up again. I can't even see this guy. Jesus Christ. Alright, good. We got him, and you see I still have dots ticking on everything, so that's why we used the anoint tracker along with firing this guy down and green monster. It's just really nice for that. Really useful with consecutive hits. And I only got about a minute left, so we're not gonna finish the round here. It's gonna cut off. But if you play it, enjoy, and I will link a true takedown run with the build in the topic and in the description of the video once I upload it. Oh, we finished the round actually. Nice. So if you try the build and play it, enjoy.